What's up, everybody? I don't think he heard me. What's up, YouTube? Your girl is live because I'm trying to see who's trying to buy a family compound in 2026 because it's going to be here like in 2 days. What's up, everybody? With Miles. What is up, YouTube family? Okay, so y'all know I have been, if you've been following me for 5 minutes, you heard me get my real estate license to teach I keep calling it, Malcolm, will you shut your door? Because it's loud. Thanks. I got I'm a broker already in Tennessee, so let me make that clear. This license I'm talking about is so that I can teach. Y'all know I've been teaching already anyway, but I applied to get some courses approved with the Real Estate Commission, and so your girl is now official. Yay! So y'all know I need some students, so I'm gonna be on here trying to find some students as well. Now check me out. If you guys are already in my mentorship program, the Family Compound Mentorship Program, I am going to make sure, if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to get your real estate license in Tennessee to help you find your Tennessee family compound, you don't have to worry about it. I got you. Okay? I got you. So now that you guys are coming in and everybody's kind of coming in, what's up, YouTube fam? Tell me, where are you trying? First of all, let's start at the beginning. Who here is trying to buy a family compound? Let me know, okay? Who here is trying to buy a family compound? Virginia. What? Yes. Okay, cool. If you're trying to buy a family compound, thank you, Raquel. Hey, Emily in Tennessee. What's up, neighbor? If you're trying to buy a family compound in Tennessee, you definitely need to dial all the way into everything that I am saying today. Because today, because of this, you are going to have a very special opportunity, okay, to buy your family compound. I don't care about you necessarily becoming a real estate agent just so you can help people buy houses and all that. But if you're trying to buy a family compound, you know that it's not the easiest thing to do. And you know that most real estate agents aren't really familiar with the whole owner financing process. And so that's kind of why I'm doing this live. Because now that I am approved, right, to teach pre-licensing classes, the classes that the state of Tennessee requires that you take before you get your license, now what I'm doing is I'm mixing this in together with my mentorship so that if you're in my mentorship, then you get to take this and get your license. You got to still go through the process to get your license, but you don't have to worry about paying extra for the classes. Oops, it's upside down. So that's kind of why we're here, okay? What is up, Red Haitian? Well, who? Wait a minute. You know, I'm old. I can't see some of these usernames. My glasses is all crooked. What's up, baby? Tennessee, Georgia for you. Register for orientation. Yes. So, Sonia, you don't have to, if you're in my mentorship, which is only $48 a month, okay, right now, December the 31st, and that $48 goes away, and it's going to be $97. So another reason why I'm here is to remind you guys, and if you're trying to do this and you want my help, you need to make sure you plug in with me before the end of the year. Okay? Period, point blank. If you're already in my mentorship, you good. You don't have to worry about no price increase, nothing. You locked in at $48 a month. Okay? Now, let's talk about what this is all about. Y'all know these people is playing in our face. Let's start with that. Okay? The whole reason this is important, and you all know this, so I'm not even having to probably say this, I'm preaching to the choir. They playing in our face. They've been playing in our face, okay? So the question you have to ask yourself is, what are you going to do about it? Do you think it's going to get better? Okay? Do you think it's going to get better? I personally don't think it's going to get better. I have hope. I have faith. You know what I'm saying? My hope and my faith is in God. And I know I'm good because of him. However, the world that we're living in, do I think it's going to get better? Now, I've been here for a while, and this is the worst I ever seen it. From every TikTok I'm scrolling on, folks is fighting at Walmart. Folks is mad. Folks is announcing their racism loud and clear. Like, never, ever have I lived in a world like this, okay? Neighbors is mad at each other. Folks is just pulling over and shooting each other on the interstate, road rage, all this. is a sign. Okay. All these things are a sign. I'm taking it as a sign. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but it's a sign. However, I'm not one of them people that likes to do a whole bunch of doom and gloom, far as like, oh, woe is us. My thing is, okay, cool. I see what's going on. So I'm just finna make sure I have the ability to insulate myself from it. Okay. Insulate myself from, what does that insulation look like? 5 acres. So while you doing what you're doing and you out there doing what you're doing, as long as you're doing it over there and you're not doing it on my 5 acres, I'm Gucci. I don't care what you're doing, right? So the next step after that, growing my own food. Okay. So you can be mad or you can be aware, but if you don't take any action based on what you're seeing, then you're setting yourself up for the okie doke. So a big part of this whole, family compound and all this stuff for me, at least, is that I want to make sure that if it comes down to it, I've got the ability I got some protein. I got the ability to grow my own. I'm growing my own protein, raising my own protein, and we're finna talk about that because I'm getting some rabbits, meat rabbits. I've been watching the YouTubes. I already know how to do the slaughter. I know how to do the butchering. I know how to do. I'm about to learn how to tan me some pelts, whatever they're called, hides, whatever you call them thing. Bark tanning. I've been watching them videos. So your girl, listen. When it's time to pay attention, it's time to pay attention. And if there has never been a time to pay attention, it's now. Okay. So now that we got that, okay, who else is on board with me? By his grace, yes. Thank you. Okay. This is my whole thing. So here's the other thing. Nobody is coming to save us. Okay. Except for Jesus. Okay. And we don't know when he coming back. So if you waiting on your tax return, if you waiting on your job to give you a promotion, if you waiting on all of these things, I'm not really sure. Okay. Now I know it's like, okay, well, Monica, you talking about all this stuff, but how do we go about doing it? Because it is what it is. People want to buy land, but land is expensive. How am I supposed to do that if I got this much money coming in? My credit is jacked up, and my debt to income ratio, my student loans are still on my back. How am I supposed to do all that? Supposed to do it like I did. Avoid the bank completely. Okay. We ain't going through the bank. That's not how we roll. Okay. We avoid that whole process. We look for opportunities where we don't have to worry about a bank, and they are out there. How do I know? Because I did it. And I know people who've done it. So don't you can't tell me, and not only did I do it, I did it the day after I was supposed to be getting foreclosed on. Supposed to be getting foreclosed on. Okay. So I'm here for you. I want you to know I'm here. I want you to know I'm here for you. I know how finances are. Everybody's trying to get your money. Everybody's selling something. Okay. Everybody's coming for your money. I'm coming for your money, but I'm coming for your money so I can help you get to where you need to be when it comes to buying some land and starting your family compound. Okay. And that looks like my family compound mentorship. So if you haven't been to my website, yourfamilycompound.com, you need to go check it out. Okay. Yourfamilycompound.com. Some of y'all have already been there. Some of you guys have already been to my retreats. Drop a 1 if you've been to, not my retreat, to my workshop. If you have been to my workshop, drop a 1. Drop a 1 if you've been to my workshop. Let me see. I'm gonna put a poll in here too for you guys that are on TikTok. Portia's been. That's all on TikTok. Ain't none of y'all been on my what you call it? Didn't know about it? What? Okay, miss. Okay, yeah. Okay, so some folks have been. Okay, some folks have been. That's not enough though. Y'all need to go to yourfamilycompound.com and sign up for a free workshop. That's the first step. Yeah, y'all behind. If you haven't been to my free workshop, I don't know what is going on. Okay, you need to go to yourfamilycompound.com. Oh, what's up, Ty? I was like, who is this Red Haitian? I'm like, I don't know who that is. What's up, Ty? Ty in the mentorship. Portia in the mentorship. Y'all need to go check out yourfamilycompound.com right now on that home page and you need to sign up for a free workshop. The next one is January the 10th, and it's already filling up, or the 17th. I think the 10th is full. So that's step number one. Come to that. Okay. That's where I show you how to go about doing it. Now, most people need some help after they come to that workshop. And that's where the mentorship comes in. And if you are in the mentorship and if you want to tell people about the mentorship while you in here, that's cool. Let them know what you think about it. But the mentorship is where I am helping you do it. I'm helping you make sure you don't screw up. Now, the other thing that my mentees don't know about, because I just decided to do this today, is that if you're in my mentorship, you are going to get access to the Tennessee state-approved pre-licensing class. I can't show y'all. It's got a glare on it, right? What does this mean? This means that if you take these classes, you will be able to take the real estate exam for the state of Tennessee. And if you pass that exam, you can go through the process of becoming a Tennessee real estate agent. That's right, the $48 a month. You can do the $48 a month, but if you don't want that, then there's an annual. Why would you want to get your real estate license? These are the only two reasons. Okay? Real estate license in Tennessee. Let me be clear. This is just for Tennessee. So when y'all are, curious about it or whatever, Tennessee only. This is the only place I've got this license for, Tennessee. Okay? So why would you want to do that? Because when you're looking for a family compound, you need access. I'm not gonna lie. When I bought my family compound, the reason I was able to do it so smooth like I did it was because I had access to information that regular people don't have. Okay. In my mentorship, I'm showing you how to find the information. So I'm guiding you. But back in 2018, I didn't have no mentorship. There was no mentorship to show me. Okay. I was a real estate broker, still am a real estate broker, and still didn't have any guidance on how to do this. Most real estate professionals don't know how to do this. Okay. They don't have to deal with it. They do a traditional inside the box, go get approved for a loan. We're going to go show you some houses. That's not this. Okay. So all of that real estate stuff you've been watching on HGTV, out. This is not what we're talking about. This is some guerrilla warfare real estate. Okay. So my point to you is this. The real estate license gave me access to things that I would not have normally had. That access allowed me to move quickly, make an offer. Now I'm sitting on 5 acres with 3 properties on it. The day after I was supposed to have been foreclosed on is when I closed on this. Okay. So I'm not telling you something I heard. I'm not telling you something I saw somebody do. Okay. I'm telling you something that I did. Right. So when I first started here on this social media stuff, okay, I didn't talk about it because I was embarrassed. All you heard me talk about was you can start a farm. The USDA says any place could be a farm. You know what I'm saying? That's all I talked about. All my old videos on TikTok and YouTube, all you heard the girl talking about was starting a farm. You can start a seed farm. You can start a flower farm. You can start a soap. You can start a farm as long as the product was agricultural. That's all you heard me talk about. It wasn't until recently where I started talking about the whole how did I get the land so I could start the farm, right? I was telling y'all, oh, you can start a farm from anywhere, to grow your microgreens in a spare bedroom, and you can do that. But based on the reality of the world that we are living in today, you need you some land. Based on people getting snatched up, United States citizens getting snatched up out the streets without due process, you need some land. Because I ain't seen nan ICE agent in the country. Nan. And if you're from the South, you know what nan means. Okay? I ain't seen nan ICE agent walking up nobody 5-acre parcel. I ain't seen no trucks driving up no 2-lane, no long driveways out in the country. I ain't seen that. Tell me why. Okay? Land is not only one of the best things you can do to buy for your, but one of the best assets you can buy for your family as far as generational wealth, but it is a protector. Have y'all seen what's that thing called? It's on Peacock. If you have not seen this, it's high something about cowboys. It's about black cowboys. I did not know the cowboy was a derogatory racist term. Did y'all know that? I had no idea until I watched the special last night. A part of what I was watching when I was watching this special was the land part, about how when all the slaves were freed, one of the first things that was supposed to happen was the 40 acres and a mule. That didn't happen. But what was supposed to happen was everybody was supposed to get some land. Why? Because land is wealth. That's the first step in wealth building. Ain't nobody that's a billionaire right now. How can I say that the right way? Everybody that's a billionaire that's got money, anybody that's got money right now got some land. Period, point blank. That's number one. But when it comes to all this other insulation that I'm talking about, that land gives you, ain't nobody finna come on your property. You got 40, 50 acres acting stupid. Like who is doing that? You see what I'm saying? That's private property. It's easy if you living in a highly dense suburban area for these things to impact you. What these things am I talking about? All these raids and all this stuff that's happening. So it's more than just, oh, I'm looking for some land so I can, have a flower garden. It's bigger than that. Land has always been and will always be the biggest insulator for your family's safety, both physically and financially. I will stand on that hill. Okay. I will stand on that hill. So let me see here. Who is in this house? So I was getting ready to start preaching, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But y'all get my point. So you need to really get with it, because I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm not doom and gloom, but I can tell you that I'm not gonna sit around and continue to pretend that everything is all good. Okay. Our justice system is broken. Things are not like they're supposed to be. And I just want to be in a place, and I want my family to be able to be in a place where we don't have to necessarily worry about a lot. Now, I am still on the grid. Okay. So I can't say, that I'm completely 100% self sufficient, not dependent on anything. No, that's not the case. If China was to come and put and got some people here to mess with our water supply, I'm on that water supply, so I'll be screwed up. I'm not on a well, right? But you got to start thinking in terms of that type of, I hate that, but that's the way you got to start thinking, right? One step at a time. No, you're not going to be able to kind of get your land and go be completely off grid all in one fell swoop. But you got to start somewhere. If you're in an apartment building, you need to really be thinking about what you're doing. Okay? You really need to be thinking. If you're living in an apartment building in a city that's highly populated, you really need to be thinking about, okay, what are my options here? Okay. So anyway, back to that. It starts with this. Okay. Having access to the information. If you're coming to Tennessee, having access to information is easier and better when you are a licensee. Of course, you can hire me, right? I'm a broker. I'd be happy to help you. But what I'm telling you is this right here is going to make sure you can do it no matter what part of the state you're in. Because am I going to show you a property out in East Tennessee? No, I'm not. Your girl is in Middle Tennessee. Am I going to drive to Memphis to show you a property? Probably not. Okay. So the whole thing is you want to be able to do whatever you need to do. And this goes for whatever state you're in, whatever state you're looking at. Let me see where y'all looking for. I saw Georgia, TikTok. Where y'all at? What states are y'all looking to buy a family compound in? If you got the opportunity to buy a family compound, what would be your number one state that you would choose? Yes, Alabama. Okay, Oregon or Washington. Nice. Florida. What state? Georgia or Alabama? Texas. Portia, I already know you. Texas. There's some properties in Texas, and you got to be careful in Texas. You got to be careful anywhere really these days. And that's where the historical database of sundown towns. If y'all don't know about it, check it out. Ohio, Florida. The historical database of sundown towns is a good starting point, right? And if you don't know what a sundown town is, let me tell you. Historically, Black people were not able to stay in certain towns after the sun went down. This is a historical fact. If you were Black in a sundown town, you might die before sunrise. That is a fact. Okay. That is still a fact. Okay. I don't care how many good, nice Christian, Bible beating people you run into in these United States. There are still people that are located in these towns that if you are black or brown, you are in danger. Go to look at some of these truckers that drive trucks, these 18-wheelers. They'll tell you some of these towns you can't be in after dark. So what happened was a gentleman put together this database called the Historical Database of Sundown Towns that were known for this type of behavior. So then that was back in whenever it was, the 50s or 60s. I don't remember. But now, things have changed. Some of those towns, that's why I say it's a starting point. People change, things change over time, right? So you can't just assume that just because that place is on the list, that it's still like it was back then. You still have to do your own research. You still have to go and talk to people from the area. Somebody else, Sonia said it best. That's why it's best to know somebody in the state that you're looking for to tell you about the areas. 100%. 100%. Like, I'm in Tennessee, and some people think that Tennessee is a place that you can't be. No, I love Tennessee. Born and raised. Lived in Memphis, lived in Clarksville, Nashville. Now I'm in Murfreesboro. So I've lived, my whole life in Tennessee, right? And I really don't want to go nowhere else, to be honest with you. So when I tell you Mexico, now I can't help you in Mexico. I don't know nothing about Mexico. So when I tell you, that's where you have to start. You have to start doing your research and figuring out, number one, where you want to be. Then after you do that, then it's just a matter of using Zillow and Realtor.com or whatever website and start looking for properties. So my whole thing is this: if you know that this is something that you want to do, definitely go to the yourfamilycompound.com and come to a free workshop. That would be my first step. Okay. After the free workshop, then you can decide on whether or not you want to join my mentorship. But you have until December the 31st to join it for $48. Okay. And then when you go to that yourfamilycompound.com, when you're looking around trying to figure out where do you sign up, go to the retreat, because everybody that's in my mentorship is coming to see me in June. It's no extra cost. Okay. We need to get off of this computer and we need to start meeting in person. So I'm doing a family compound mentorship retreat for all of the people who are in my mentorship program, where we're going to actually meet in person June the 27th and 28th of 2026. All you got to do is get here. Okay. There's no charge to it. You got to get here. You got to find some place to stay, and you got to feed yourself. I'm not doing all that. All right. But the actual training and all the stuff that we're going to be doing is no cost to you if you're in the program, if you're in the mentorship. So somebody tell me, what is the biggest thing keeping you from buying a family compound? That's one of the things I wanted to find out. If you're trying to buy a family compound, what's the biggest thing keeping you from it? Let me see. I did a little poll thing here on TikTok. I'm going to try to put that up. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, there we go. Boom. Let's see here. Let's see here if I can do it. I'm trying. Y'all know I'm new to TikTok. I think I just started a poll on TikTok. What's up, Deshaun? You're in Murfreesboro? Nice. I'm over here going towards Woodbury. Did y'all see my poll? Y'all let me know if you see the poll, because I don't know what I'm doing on this thing. So, family compounds. What is the biggest thing keeping you from it? Talk to me. Where y'all at, YouTube? I don't know what happened to my chat in YouTube. It seemed like everybody went away. Is it the money? Is it your family? They don't want to do it, right? Do you not know where to start looking? What's keeping you from starting your family compound? There we go. Seemed like it just refreshed. Being an hour and a half away from Alpharetta is expensive. That's why it's holding me back. Okay. Yeah, it is. It is, Ty. It's expensive down there. But again, remember, we talk about it in the mentorship. You get what you negotiate. B. London says family not on board with us. Yeah. Finding the location, no family, money. Okay. Fair enough. One of my mentees she is in Texas, and she is a beautiful 70 something years old. Okay, and she is about to go look at her potential a potential property tomorrow, not tomorrow, next week. And not everybody, I mean, she's got her son, and I think she's got one other family member she's looking to do this for, but everybody is not going to be on board. So if you're ready to do this, and I would love for my entire family, not only my immediate family, but my extended family, but everybody, I tried to do a family meeting about this, and only 2 people showed up. So the thing about it is everybody's not going to be on board. So what you have to do is focus on you. Focus on you and your family first. Get enough land for you and your family. And then if something were to happen, if the crap was to hit the fan and people needed a place to go, hey, bring your stuff. Bring your tents, bring your stuff. Just come on. Okay. So, but that's a big challenge. That is a huge challenge. What is your main reason? I know what my reasons are, but what is your main reasons for wanting to start a family compound or have a homestead or whatever the case may be? Is it to grow food, right? Grow and raise your own food? Or you just want like mental and physical peace of mind, health? What kind of stuff? What are the reasons why you would want to be on a family compound? Anybody? Georgia. That's true. Ain't nothing wrong with me, myself, and I compound. You ain't got to listen. Everybody doesn't have to. Everybody is not gonna come with you. Okay, everybody is not going to come with you. That's just the reality of it. Okay, everybody is not going to come with me. Let's see here. By His grace says, seem like just me and maybe 2 more family members only in tune with this. Yeah, that's usually how it is. Everybody ain't, and I feel like it's on your spirit because it's supposed to be on your spirit. Like that's just the way it's supposed to be. So just accept it. Understand that everybody's not going to be on board. All you can do is take care of you. Right? And then B London, you know what? Maybe that's what it needs to be. It's just you and your husband. Because baby, guess what? When these kids get grown, they go out and they live their own lives, right? And so at some point y'all got to start looking out for you. It's for your grown kids, my grown kids to have. Exactly. That's why that my mentee in Texas in her 70s, that's why she's doing it. She wants to make sure she leaves something for her son. So y'all, that's why I came on here. Let's see here. Accessibility, wanted to start a family. Oh, okay, nice. It's something to call her on. I love that, B London. So what I'm saying is this: the land is the first step. How many of y'all would have to still be close to your job? Because that's another big thing I hear people say too. That you want to buy a family compound, but you still got to go to work. And you can't be buying in a whole nother different state. Or are y'all still working remote? Who is remote working? Okay. Remote working. If you remote working, then you basically are in a better situation because you can work from anywhere, you can look anywhere. Oh, by His grace, you straight. V for sure, you can do it. If you are a remote worker, you need to be looking for a family you don't have anything holding you back. I mean, I get it if your kids are in a certain school and you want to keep them in those schools, but here's what I feel about that. And I tried to homeschool. Mine were in the middle school age. 2 of my youngest were in the middle school age. I tried to homeschool. That did not work out well. Why? Because I was trying to duplicate what they were teaching in public school system. But this is what I know. Most of the stuff that they're teaching you guys, they're teaching in public school. I hate to say it. Unless you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, it's a complete waste of time. I can see if they were teaching you how to, open up a checking account or do your taxes or the things that they're teaching in public school. So that's a whole nother different thing. Don't let me go off on that. But my thing is this: if you got your kids in a certain school and you want to keep them in there, I understand. That's going to limit your ability to buy a family compound, right? That's going to limit it. But if you don't have a school, if you don't have kids in school, or even if you do have kids in school, but you're okay with creating a new reality for you guys, that it doesn't involve a public school, then start looking for your family compound, right? That's the bottom line. Exactly. By His grace, we got to educate ourselves. Like, if I had known, I grew up on 3 acres in Clarksville, Tennessee, and my dad got me a horse and I had chickens. If I had known then that agriculture was an option, I think I probably would have been further along than I am now. But what I did instead was what I thought society wanted me to do, right? I went to school. I tried to get a good job. I tried to have a 401k. I tried to work that job. I tried to do what I needed to do so that I, could move up. You see what I'm saying? Only to realize that the company did not care about your girl, okay? At all, okay? And I woke up a little late, but I woke up. Haven't worked for anybody since 2011. Well, I worked for Walmart for 3 months this year because I had to. But besides that, what is this, 2025? 14 years minus them 3 months. Full-time self-employed, getting it out the mud. Okay? So when I tell you, I get it, if you're in that space still, you got you a good corporate job, you got you some good corporate benefits, I'm not mad at you, sis. Okay? Do your thing. Save your money. Keep that 401k growing till you can do what you need to do. Save up as much money as you can possibly save and make it work, honey. If you work in a job, you need to be making it work. But if you work in a job and you still ain't, it still ain't, and it's causing you mental health and physical health, then you might be better off making money off of your homestead. You might be better off that way. You see what I'm saying? Just as with these companies, you can't pass down your job, only your business. Oh yeah, for sure. 100% for sure. So yeah, so that's what I came on here for, is to let you guys know about my license, that now I'm a licensed instructor for the state of Tennessee, and I can teach you how to, I can provide you with the pre-licensing training on getting your Tennessee real estate license, right? Oh, this is what I love to see, Ruchi J. She just inherited her grandmother's land and it has lights and water, just waiting to get my credit right. For what? What you waiting to get your credit right for what? So you can do what? Is no property, is no house on there? You already won, sis. You ain't got to wait on nothing. As a matter of fact, when it comes to your, tell me if there's a house on the property before I start talking. Then you might need some credit. Sonya said, I've been on my job 30 years and I have money to get the compound. That part. But your son lives in Georgia and you are in Wisconsin until you retire in 6 years. So you still got some, but you can still start looking now. Are you saying you would be looking for it in Georgia? It sounds like it. Sounds like you would be looking in Georgia, Sonya. But when it comes to folks that some of y'all already got land. If y'all already got land, then we need to start thinking outside the box, okay? If the land does not have a property on it already, then you might want to think about a mobile home. There is some setup costs when it comes to your site needing to be ready, though, so you do need to make sure all that's taken care of. But, and V for short has land in Missouri, but it's in the middle of nowhere, so it's scary. Yeah, if you've got land that you're not using, it might be better for you to sell it and buy some more. Okay. Next year in Georgia. I figured that. Yeah, listen, folks, it's time. You got to start really thinking outside of the box when it comes to this stuff. Some of y'all got land already. Okay. Some of y'all done inherited land. Some of y'all just need the guidance on what to do, right? If that's the case, then I would definitely encourage you to take a look at my mentorship program, because at least you'll have somebody that is a professional that can guide you so you don't get got, right? And that's the thing. If you don't know what you don't know. And exactly, Ty, you don't need credit for a mobile home, just the down payment. And some of these mobile homes, there's people that are selling them all over the place. Get out of that window. Oreo is just bad. Yeah, if you got land and you paying taxes on it and you ain't, that's the only thing that's going on, you ain't got nobody leasing it, you ain't got no money coming in from it, then what? Go find somebody, get the highest and best for it. Or if you don't want to sell it, then keep it, but use it as leverage to get you something else, right? Let me see what else. What else I want to ask y'all? I want to ask y'all, what's keeping you from buying a family compound? What state? Oh, that's it. Who here is coming to Tennessee? Any Tennessee folks? Tennessee. Anybody interested in Tennessee land? Anybody interested in buying a family compound in Tennessee? I know a couple of you guys have already told me yes. Let me see. If you are, definitely visit yourfamilycompound.com. Okay. Make sure you get plugged in with me. My mentorship, let me tell y'all about my mentorship program. So we meet twice a month live on Zoom where we bring deals to the table. If you haven't been inside the mentorship program and you are a mentee, I need you to go in there and check it out. There are some properties in Oklahoma and Wyoming and North Carolina that I put in there just recently. I think there's about 8 or 9 properties that I put in there last night that are all available for owner financing, because that's the other thing about this program. My mentorship program is specifically designed to help you buy a family compound without going through a bank. That's what this is all about. Without going through a bank, okay? You're not going to have to go through the normal process when it comes to this family compound situation. So I teach you how to do that. We meet a couple of times a month, right? And the other thing is you need some money for a down payment. And so what I'm doing in my mentorship is I'm teaching you how to do that. I'm teaching you how to get that minimum $10,000 creatively. Okay. Like I told you guys, I've been self-employed for 14 years, full time. So when it comes to creating money, digital products, membership programs, been there, done all of that, got the receipts, okay? So if you have an expertise and you're not using it and you don't know how to use it, don't create an ebook. These courses and stuff is so played out. I'm not saying that there aren't still some good ones out there, but people I think are tired of that. So I can show you how to use and create a digital monetization based on your expertise that people want to be a part of, i.e. a mentorship, right? You plugging in with your people. You're not just telling them to log in and watch a video. I think we're beyond that in 2025. Finna be 2026. That is so 2021. Okay, we're not there anymore, right? Again, there are some good courses still out there, so I don't want to say all courses are bad or all ebooks are bad. But if you're needing, look at, I got lipstick on my shoulder. If you're needing $10,000 for your down payment and you're already strapped for cash because you got your money coming in and it's going already to where it needs to go to, then you are going to have to come up with something else in order to get some down payment money. Because one thing about buying without a bank is you have to be able to make a down payment. Okay? You have to be able to make a down payment. And here's the thing, y'all. When it comes to making money with these digital products, don't do something that you ain't got no receipts in. If you ain't got what do I look like telling y'all to buy a family compound and I haven't bought one? Please tell me where they're doing it at. Okay? People are over that. People want to know that you are actually the person that you say you are. So if you haven't done it and you finna take a course so you can learn, then you finna try to sell that thing that you have learned, you wasting your time. I'm telling you, America is not gonna buy. Save your time. If you are not an expert in something, like my girl Portia can burn in the kitchen. She had a business where she was cooking. She used to make money $1,000 a day selling plates. Why? Because she could cook. Okay. What was her receipts? Folks kept coming back. $45 a plate to a meat and 2 sides and a dessert. Okay. Well, she can turn around and she's in my mentorship program. So what we're gonna do is take what she knows how to do and turn that into money. Okay. Excuse me. Talking too much. That's what I'm talking about. Or my guy, nephew, Michon. This young man can make anything. So he has started making a chicken coop with pallets And he's basically trying to show you his whole thing. Him and his girl Ree, their thing is going to be homesteading from a rental because they're renting right now. I'm trying to get them to Texas. So what we're going to do is create a digital product for him around his ability to take some of nothing and create a chicken coop out of it. And he's going to let y'all pay whatever you want to pay. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to this mentorship, it's holistic, it's comprehensive. I know that you need money. I know you need money, so that means I need to help you get to the money, right? There's ways that you can do it. You can do it through a digital product. Some of y'all got people in your sphere that will give you the money. That will give you the money. They got money sitting around. Everybody ain't broke. You just need to know how to make a win-win situation happen. Because if somebody's got some money, they're going to want to know how they're going to get it back. Oh, I'm frozen? Okay. Hopefully I'm unfrozen. Hopefully y'all can see me now. But anyway, so that's what the mentorship program is about. It's about making sure that you've got everything you need in order to be able to buy a family compound without going through a bank. That's the easiest way I can describe it. $48 a month or $500 for the year. And that pricing goes away December the 31st. So if you've got this in your radar, put me in your budget, okay? If not, I totally understand. December or January the 1st, it's going to be $97 a month and $1,000 for the year. $97 a month and $1,000 for the year. So make sure you get in if this is something that you want to do. And don't forget, if you're coming to Tennessee, or even if you want to make money off of Tennessee real estate, if you're in the mentorship program, you're also going to get the access to this pre-licensing training that I just got approved for 2 days ago. So if you're trying to be a real estate agent in Tennessee, even if I wasn't interested in the family compound, I would probably join the mentorship because that's going to get you this real estate education for free. Okay. So yeah, that's all I got, y'all. I'm gonna go in here and see what's going on with my family. Did y'all have any questions for me before I got out of here? Oreo, come say hi, Oreo. Where is your boy? Where's your buddy? Want to say hi? I want to see if y'all can see him. We can't see you. But I'm glad. Thank y'all for following me, man. That's another thing. I should have said that at the very beginning. Some of y'all been around for a minute. If you've been on my channel on TikTok, if you're on TikTok, let me know how long you've been on TikTok. Follow me. Oh, my screen froze. What is the $97 for nothing? Because right now it's $48. Oh, I see what you're saying. You didn't hear that part. The mentorship is $48 per month until December the 31st. You want that $48, lock it in. You can keep it for forever until December 31st. If you sign up after December the 31st, which, January the 1st, you're going to pay $97 a month. So definitely go to yourfamilycompound.com and lock in your $48 a month. If you $48 a month and it takes you a year to buy your family compound, you will keep that $48 a month pricing. It will not change. Thank you, Sonia. My bad. Now, if you are not interested in that and you just want to follow me on TikTok or YouTube, I thank you for that too. Because I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing, is teaching you everything that I know. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the rabbits. So I got whatchamacallit, chickens. And that's cool. I'm going to get some more chickens. But they're primarily for egg production, because at the beginning I told y'all it's all about creating a place where I know I have a little bit more control over what's going on in my family's life, right? Instead of just depending on outside forces. Well, protein is a big thing. You want to have some source of protein. And since I'm not eating my chickens, the eggs are protein, but I'm going to start doing rabbits. So I'll be doing a rabbitry. So y'all stay tuned and keep watching out for that. And so I'm looking forward to doing some content about my rabbits. I've already got an idea on kind of how I want everything set up, but I'll keep you guys. I'll be doing all kinds of videos and stuff like that about that. So, but that's basically it. I wanted to make sure you guys knew that your girl is now licensed and able to teach the pre-licensing courses for the state of Tennessee if you were interested in becoming a real estate agent or a real estate broker. Okay. And I teach continuing education. So I got a whole bunch of stuff. And then the mentorship that we meet twice a week, twice a month. And then I also help you in create the money, find the money, because that's, you're going to need it. Okay. So I'll help you do that. And then in June, you guys are going to come to Murfreesboro and we're going to start hanging out. Okay. Because I think that's going to be important for us to build a network and help each other out. Right. Okay. So that's all I got. Make sure you go to yourfamilycompound.com. That's yourfamilycompound.com to check out the mentorship. Click on retreat if you're looking for it. Some of y'all need to start with when you go to Your Family Compound, some of y'all just need to sign up for a free workshop. You have not attended a free workshop yet. And if you attend a free workshop, then I will have your email and I will send you an email about the mentorship. Some of y'all need to just start with that. Okay. So go to yourfamilycompound.com. Okay. Make sure if you have not yet attended a free workshop, make sure you sign up for that. Now, let me say this. If you signed up, but you have not attended, check your email. I sent you an inbox, email in your inbox. Okay. Check your inbox. And I'm talking about this, about how you can take advantage of that before December the 31st for the 48. Okay. $48 a month is my mentorship program. It's on school. Okay. So the Family Compound membership is on school. Don't sign up on school. Sign up at yourfamilycompound.com. Okay. Click on retreat. If you're looking for where do you sign up when you get there, click on retreat. And the sign up buttons will be on that page where the retreat is located. All right. Yourfamilycompound.com, retreat, sign up. Make sure you do it before December 31st. I'll probably go live a couple more times before then just to remind you guys. All right. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Love you. Bye. Okay, Oreo, we're getting ready to go.